for talking to me today.
My pleasure.
So the Designing Conversation series today, it's about combining design approaches, social constructionism in the context of business. So Banoy Zuma, she's the founder of the Creative Scrum, and she works with professionals and organizations in business strategy using design approaches and social constructionism. And I'm very curious to know, Banoy, how do you combine business, design, and constructionism? What makes it different from traditional business and traditional consultancies?
Okay, for me, the big difference is that with using the design approach, is that you don't come with knowledge to the issue, but you co-create together with the people you are working with. That is
from the beginning.
From the beginning. So let me give you an example of how I work. I work with two directors of a company, and they were in a bit of a difficult situation. They didn't know if they would move forward together or dissolve the organization. So they were sent to me by their board members, and so I didn't know anything about them. They came to my office, and then we first started. I have these separate spaces. The corner with the sofa corner where we sit and have a discussion, and then later on we might move to the more business part of the space of the office. So they came to the office, and we just started connecting, and I started empathizing, which is the first phase of the design
in the
approach.
sofa corner.
In the sofa corner. So it's very relaxed. People feel at ease, just have a discussion, and then at a certain point, there comes a natural moment when we move to the table, the conference table, and we start working on things. But we move back and forth within the space to those two spaces.
Interesting. Let me ask you a question about that. The sofa corner. Could you say that it is a design tool, like designing the physical space for a different type of encounter?
I would definitely say that, because I feel that if you come in and move to the space where the table is, the business conference table, it sets a different type of scene. And when we start at the sofa corner, then it feels more informal, getting to know each other, relating to each other, and I think that is the first thing you need to do before you can move to the other space, the other part of the conversation. First you need to get to know each other at a personal level, at a human level.
So it's almost like you set the stage at the sofa corner, you create these first connections, empathizing, and then you can move to a more...
And what I do is, I'm a South African, I'm a Zulu, and to us food has meaning. So when we start in the morning, then we have, I have some fruit bowl, something that we can, vitamins, but something we can share. We share food together, and it's not lavish food, but just eating together already sets a different emotion. And I have to meet the clients yet that say, no thank you, I don't want anything. Everybody, it's kind of a ritual. It opens the discussion. It sets it in a different light.
Interesting, because usually we talk about design tools as some techniques that you use to help people, facilitate people to connect and to communicate, but you're also bringing those design tools that are more into the physical design and the invitations you want to make by setting the stage with a sofa, with food, that is a way to socially connect.
And put something of myself in it. I'm an African, and as an African, we share what we have, we share the food, so we start with that. That's natural, and it's very intuitive, and that's what I, how how I start up. I need to make that first connection before we can move on together to the first, because they come in and we're like separate entities, and then we must connect and then move along together. So that's the SOFA part for me.
And this process of coming together and connecting is also a way to co-create what is or what will be the case in the world.
Exactly, because that's when we start talking, because when they come to me, often I do not know what the issue is, but we'll get there. So we start discussing, and then it emerges in the discussion. And the nice thing is also that sometimes, in this very instance, the two of them had different ideas about what the issue was, but when we started co-creating, then we found common ground on which we could move forward. So
thank you, Banoy. I think you brought here very important concept that we talk in design and social construction, which is setting the stage, creating the connection, co-create what will be, instead of already starting from what is and what I know as a consultant, and we tell you what you should do.
Exactly.
And also this intuition, which is not something mystic, but to me the intuition is like you carry these experiences with you, and the previous experience will help you also make assessment about what shall we do here, and using your own culture, your own way of doing things into the world.
And important to add there is that no two sessions are the same for that reason, because every situation, the context decides which tools I'm going to use.
Thank you so much for the conversation.
My pleasure.